Hello. Welcome to the show. Appreciate it. I thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you say hello so that we can acknowledge you. What's going on, Rhonda? Hello to you. Should be a good show for today. I'm really interested in hearing your guys' opinion, and all that. So I really want to talk to you guys and see what difficulties you all are having. I'm trying to go over to my channel here so I can put this up in the background here so I can see what it is we're talking about. Chaos, brother. I see you up in the building, man. You're not over 50, man. What you doing watching this? What you doing watching this, man? Um, all right. Let's see. Who else is in the building? Blue Sapphire is here. Hello to you. Yes, please make sure you listen to Sister Rhonda here. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. What's going on, Chaos? D Scott, what's up? And I was just watching some barefooted guy in Florida make molten aluminum castings out of ant colonies. I think this will be more information. I've watched that, man. I think that's cruel. I think it's cruel when they do that, man. I saw that, man. Apparently that's just the thing. They just go around just, trying to see how they live and stuff. I mean, I think that they got the information now. I don't know if you're watching the same video I was, but I just think that's so cruel to just destroy a whole ant colony doing that. So yeah. The one I saw was not in Florida. They were doing the Siafu ants. I hope I'm saying that right, like the fire ants in Africa. So that's the one I was watching them do. All right, so please make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Say hello so we can greet you, and I thank you all for coming in. Football season is here, so I said I'm not going to do Sunday nights. I wanted to do Tuesday, but I got busy on Tuesday. I had something I was doing Tuesday. So it's tonight and Wednesday, and I know there's a friend of mine who also goes live. I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm going to try to do Tuesdays going forward. But Thursday's football, and Friday I was thinking about doing members only. If y'all members only, I want to get back to that, but people got to show up, right? So we got to make it worth everybody's while. So I do appreciate y'all. Nikki J, hello. All right, we'll do some warm-up videos. Listen, I just got some crazy. I mean, somebody just texted me right before I came on here. And what's your team? I can't even say it. It's so embarrassing. But I am a Giants fan. So yeah, I know. I know. You get rid of Eli Manning. Not that he was a good quarterback. I mean, he obviously won 2 Super Bowls, but man, they're just downhill. I'm 42, but date women in their 50s. Okay, well, tell us about that experience, man. What's good with that? So I was saying, that provocative figure that I really honestly didn't have any love for, Charlie Kirk, was offed. And they sent me the video and all this kind of stuff. So I'm probably maybe either later on tonight or tomorrow morning going to talk about that on my police channel. I knew you say Giants fan. I share your misery. Yeah, Giants, man, it's just absolutely. Ooh, I'm a Commanders from AKA, yeah, Redskins, yeah. That was wild about Charlie. Yeah. Listen, they sent me the video too, unedited. Oh my God. So I'm depending on what time we get off here, I might go straight to my other channel and just do a live. Not that just try to see different people's reactions and stuff. Depending on what time we get off here. So we'll see. I'll do that on my police channel. Dr. L's breakdown for anybody who's going to watch it. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. That's too bad. That's too bad. I didn't agree with that dude a lot, but man, that was that was just horrible. That was really, really horrible. That was really horrible. And nobody deserves that. You have your ideas, you hash out your ideas on platforms like he was doing, not with snipers, bullets, and all that kind of stuff. I don't agree with that at all. That's really, really too bad. I saw it on the end of the version 2. I hate it. I did. Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. Listen, after years and years and years of seeing that, it becomes desensitizing. But now that I haven't seen it in a long time, um, I'm it was kind of traumatizing to me too, in all honesty. But sometimes I have to look at that stuff when I'm doing my stuff for the lawyers and all that. Can't unsee that stuff. Not a fan of him, but that sucks. Yeah, yeah. What is your other channel? Dr. L's Breakdown. Dr. L's Breakdown is the name of the other channel. Also, my friend Dr. B and I started another channel, Faith in Justice. Faith in Justice. We got 4 or 5 episodes up. We're going to be recording 2 more on Sunday. Anita is on our latest episode that it's up, so go over there, check that one out. She joined us for that one, and that channel we were talking about the one where Anita joins us is the tragic shooting of the lady who was involved from Nashville, Tennessee, who was off by her husband's girlfriend. That whole incident. So we're talking about that one. Yeah, and the lady that was on the live on a train in Charlotte, that was sad. I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta see that one. I haven't seen that one yet. So yeah, sometimes I'm behind. Sometimes I'm behind. I spend so much time reading and doing other stuff that I don't get to see the news. So I just heard about that. So I'll have to check that out. All right, so let's jump into it here. I know we didn't call it tune in to talk about that. So I do have a couple of warm-up videos for us today, but I am interested in your guys' concepts, thoughts. D. Scott says, I think it's D. Scott said, only dates 42 dates women in their 50s. So I'm interested in all that. What your experience has been, and see if anything that's going to be discussed tonight is within your experiences. So warm-up video for us here. Here we go. We'll add this to the stage.
Do anything they can to protect their race of men, except for black women. And I just don't fucking understand why. Black women grew up hating their black fathers, and that's the fucking reason why they hate black men. I feel bad for you black women who are raising black sons. Shit, even black daughters, because y'all teaching them the wrong shit. Black women are our own enemy. Shahrazad Ali stated that the reason why black men are perceived the way they're perceived or treated the way they're treated is because black women are the only race of women who literally will sit and talk about black men. You don't hear the Chinese women talking about Chinese men and the shit they do wrong. You don't hear Hispanic women talking about Hispanic men. You don't hear Arab women talking about Arab men. And you definitely really ever see white women talking about white men. All these other races of women will literally do anything they can to protect their race of men, except for black women. And I just don't fucking understand why. Black women grew up hating their black fathers, and that's the fucking reason why they hate black men. I feel bad for you black women who are raising black sons. Shit, even black daughters, because y'all teaching them the wrong shit. Black women are our own enemy.
All right, that's going to be the last negative one. I think everything else I think is pretty positive, but I just want to get that. We got to stop downing each other. Black men towards black women, black women towards black men, and hopefully there's a sense, in line and in theme with the show, that we can get past all this craziness, and hopefully, once we reach 35 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, that we recognize some different things and understand, what that understand the programming that has been done to us, and hopefully we can get over that. Good evening to you, Angela. Thank you so much for showing up. Miss Independent, hello to you. Yoli, what's good? What's good, guy? What's popping to you? Let's see, checking in from Philly. Let's see, Angela's checking in from Philly. Thank you so much for that. All right. So let's see here. Next one we're going to add to the stage here.
You're behind. I took a course by Nicole. Just because you're dating later, it doesn't mean that you're behind or that you're late or that something is wrong. One of the things that I love, I took a course by Nicole, and one of the things she said was, you can never get behind in your own journey.
Right.
If you're dating at 50, then that's beautiful.
But go date.
Yeah, go date. Don't allow what happened to you before to make you not date. Don't allow the disappointments and the things that happened in the past to stop you from dating. Just because you're dating.
Yeah, so that's some good advice right there. That was a YouTube short. Apparently this couple right here is over 50, and I guess they found each other. So keep it positive, keep it pushing and all that kind of good stuff, right? Did I have anything? Oh, I did have some Instagrams to show you guys. Hold on. Let's see. I closed my Instagram because I closed the tab because that's where I was watching the horrible assassination there, which was crazy. All right, let's see here. All right. Hope everybody's doing well. Kids are back to school, football season. What's y'all football team? Somebody asked me, what are y'all football teams? Tell me what your football team's in, or you don't care. There's a lot more ladies watching football these days. Some of these ladies are bigger football fans than the dudes I've been finding. I'm trying to stay positive regarding dating, LOL. Yeah, it's hard. And Blue Sapphire says I'm guilty of that. Yeah, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. We know there's one Commanders fan up in the building here. Couple more warm-up videos, and we'll get to the heart and to the meat of this here. This one I might have to edit out. Die-hard Eagles fan. Well, you're not dying hard now. It used to be really bad before, but they're doing pretty good now, right? They're doing pretty good. Make sure you hit the like button. Patriots. Listen, I can't stand the Patriots. And I live in Connecticut too, and I can't stand the Patriots. And back when they were doing good, like all these dudes on my job, they all had ticket. They all had the season tickets, so every Sunday they were down there. Got us a lot of overtime because they were take off to go to the game and stuff. But it was Green Bay, go Cowboys. Oh man, Rhonda, you disappoint me. Cowboys, good Lord. I'm over 50, but most men over 50 want younger than 5 years younger, I guess, or younger than 50. Not them birds. All right, let's see here. Remove this. Remove from studio. Add this to the share screen here. Which one I want to show here? Oh, I might have to edit this one out because there's music in the background, but I want to show the difference in what this younger lady is saying about a couple and how they interact and how they just kind of get down and what goes on, right? So you, as 50-year-old people, right, we can just kind of just go up to people and ask them to dance. So this one, but I might have to edit it out so the future might not be able to see this, but here we go.
I'm out at the bar with my mom. It's like an old head bar. They really walk up to each other and say, hey, you want to dance? Hey, you want to bop? They on the dance floor tearing it down, y'all. Our generation would never. It would never. Let's talk about it. Our generation don't even dance. Everybody be in the club and the bars, sitting there looking at each other. This is my definition of fun. They just walk up to each other casually and be like, hey, you want to dance? Okay, let's dance. And they hit the floor and tear it up. Hey. Shit, I'm waiting for somebody to ask me, do I want to dance? Yo, I'm cracking up so bad, right? I'm out at the bar with my mom. It's like an old head bar. They really walk up to each other and say, hey, you want to dance? Hey, you want to bop? They on the dance floor tearing it down, y'all. Our generation would never. It would never. Let's talk about it. Our generation don't even dance. Everybody be in the club and the bars, sitting there looking at each other. This is my definition of fun. They just walk up to each other casually and be like, "Hey, you want to dance? Okay, let's dance." And they hit the floor and tear it up. Hey. Shit, I'm waiting for somebody to ask me, do I want to dance? Yeah.
So I want to play it a couple times there. Yeah, she did say old head bar, but that's how it is. And you're right. Your generation would never, and that's the problem. You sit behind the screens, would rather get clicks and likes from Instagram than going out and having a good time. This is the issue. This is the issue. So this is why you get the results that you get, right? Everything's filters, everything's fake behind a keyboard. Would rather post than dance. This is it. So yeah, that's what she said. Another Eagles fan in here. Hey, do you want to dance? And ain't nothing wrong with that. You're right about that. You're right about that. That's how it used to be, young lady. Everybody will be on the dance floor sweating their hair out. Oh, they can't sweat their hair out these days. They can't. All that glue that they put in there, they can't sweat their hair out these days. They ain't even trying to do none of that. Steve McCohen, you got my account number. Okay, I don't know what that's about. All right, what does that mean? You got my account number. I don't know what that is. Any mods in here? Make sure you keep an eye on that, please. And Steve McCown. I don't know who that is or what he's talking about there. All right, let's see. There might be another video in here. Let's see what else. There's a couple of others on to play. I think this one.
Since when did dating become this crazy commitment that everyone is scared to acknowledge? Oh, we're just talking. No, we're not. We've been on several dates and maybe even slept together. We're talking? No. I talked to my neighbor. I talked to my coworker. We're dating. That doesn't mean you're my boyfriend. That doesn't mean I'm your girlfriend, but we are dating because we've been on dates. I think the talking stage ends on that first date because guess what? You're on a date, so you're dating. We make things so complicated, but we're dating. That doesn't mean you're tied down. My God, you act like the word dating is such an anchor, a shackle. No, you're still free to roam about, but we're dating. Let's be real. Since when did dating?
I don't know about free to roam about. Can somebody get rid of the Stephen McCollum? I don't know what he's doing or saying. Could just boot that dude. I see a couple. Only mod in here is Rhonda. Can you boot that person? I have to make Yoli. I thought you were a mod. Can you boot that person? BH. Hello to you, BH. Hello. Yeah. So this is what's going on these days, right? So the dating thing. You know, are you free to date? As a 50-year-old person, I'm telling you right now, I'm not dating you and you dating other people. I'm telling you that right now. You know, first, my rule is I give you like 3, right? Okay, we go out on one date, maybe coffee, walk in the park, we do something else, dinner, and after like the 3rd date, certainly before the 4th date, we're like, okay, it's particularly because I'm usually paying, right? I'm usually paying. The guy's usually paying, so I'm not paying for somebody. You dating somebody else, so. Thank you, Rhonda. Appreciate that. Let me make Yoli. Yoli's in here. Let me make you a mod here, Yoli. That way I don't got to pay you your No, that's not it. That way I got to pay you your $3,500 that you want. All right, let's see here. Hold on. Where's Yoli at? All right, there you go. All right, let's see. Thank you for that. Let's see who else here. Let's see. I think I got another video here. Yeah, let's play this.
Become this crazy commitment that everyone is scared to acknowledge. Oh, we're just talking. No, we're not. We've been on several dates and maybe even slept together. We're talking? No. I talked to my neighbor.
And again, you're sleeping with people you're just dating. I mean, you're sleeping with other people that you're just dating.
I talked to my coworker. We're dating. That doesn't mean you're my boyfriend. That doesn't mean I'm your girlfriend, but we are dating because we've been on dates. I think the talking stage ends on that first date because guess what? You're on a date, so you're dating. We make things.
Shouldn't the talking stage end when P goes into V? I don't know. I don't know what's going on out here. I'm telling you all the time. I don't know what's going on out here. Yes, brother, we saw that, and then we talked about it a little bit. I'm probably going to jump on my, depending on what time we get off here, I'm probably going to do a live on my other channel, Dr. L's breakdown about that a little bit later. But yes, we did see that. That's crazy. We'll talk about it over there. Matter of fact, we'll try to shoot for 9 o'clock over there just to do a live. Dating at my ripe age of 51 and a half is not happening. No one is authentic anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on out here, BH. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. No one's authentic. Everybody, and you think that they would know this at 51 and a half, right? People assume you're sleeping with someone you're only dating. I think that is an assumption. Thank you so much, Miss Independent. I appreciate that. Thank you. Miss Independent, most women don't want to dance anymore. About to head into a dance class. Dr. Appreciate support. Yes, I do appreciate that.
So complicated, but we're dating. That doesn't mean you're tied down. My God, you act like the word dating is such an anchor, a shackle. No, you're still free to roam about.
She said you might have slept with this person, but you're still free to roam about. Is that the way people are getting down these days? I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. But if you deregulate the sexual market, then this is what's going to happen. And then people wonder why they can't partner up. Why should I partner up if I don't have to be committed? Why should I partner up and I don't have to be committed?
But we're dating. Let's be real. Since when did dating?
All right, that's enough of that one. I think I got one more here. I think this one.
At some point, men have to realize the women today are not dating you because they want you. They are dating you because they want the things that you can provide. And if you cannot provide for them, they don't want you. Women are not going on dates because they want the date. They are going on a date because they want to take pictures. They want to record the food. They are doing that because they want to have an image to portray to other women. They're gay. They're gay. A woman who is complaining that you want to take her on a coffee date, she's gay. She wants to be with a woman. I don't care. Because a coffee date is not a standard. How you talk to me is a standard. How you pull out my chair is a standard. How soft you are with me is a standard. The restaurant you choose is not the standard. Because you could be the richest man and you could still disrespect me. You could afford to buy me a yacht, but if you don't talk to me softly, that's my standard. If you don't communicate with me in a way that helps my emotions understand you, that is my standard. I find it weird. I find it weird how all the prostitutes, all the women that sell themselves for material gains because they don't have the internal look, is with the most to say. If a woman is telling you a coffee date is her standard, she's a whore. She's materialistic. She's materialistic. And as soon as you cannot provide her with that lifestyle, she's going to leave you.
She's saying the coffee date is not her standard. She needs something more than that, more than a coffee date. That's what I think she's trying to say here.
That is a modern day woman. Modern day women date men because they need things from the man. At some point, men have to realize the women today are not dating you because they want you. They are dating you because they want the things that you can provide. And
I agree with you, BH. I'm not exactly sure.
If you cannot provide for them, they don't want you. Women are not going on dates because they want the date. They are going on a date because they want to take pictures. They want to record the food. They are doing that because they want to have an image to portray to other women. They're gay.
Yeah, they're not gay. But there is a competition thing. See what I can get, see where I'm going, see how much flash and floss I can get. I can get a guy to take me to this restaurant. I think that is definitely going on. It doesn't mean that they're part of the rainbow. I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
They're gay. A woman who is complaining that you want to take her on a coffee date, she's gay. She wants to be with a woman. I don't care, because a coffee date is not a standard. How you talk to me is a standard. How you pull out my chair is a standard. How soft you are with me is a standard. The restaurant you choose is not the standard, because you could be the richest man and you could still disrespect me. You could afford to buy me a yacht, but if you don't talk to me softly, that's my standard. If you don't communicate with me in a way that helps my emotions understand you, that is my standard. I find it weird. I find it weird how all the prostitutes, all the women that sell themselves for material gains because they don't have the internal look, is with the most to say. If a woman is telling you a coffee date is her standard, she's a whore. She's materialistic. She's materialistic. And as soon as you cannot provide her with that lifestyle, she's going to leave you. That is a modern day woman. Modern day women date men because they need things from the man. At some point.
All right. Whew. She had a lot to say there. I don't know. I don't agree that I do agree that there are a lot of people who are attention seeking when they're taking pictures of food and stuff. That just boggles my mind. First of all, she has mixed her whole point of view up. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. I think those people have maturation issues. That this isn't my norm in my world. Well, here's the thing. This is a younger person. This is a younger person, and this is what's going on in younger people. This is what the younger people are doing. They're not going up to people as the previous video we showed. They're not going up to people trying to go to dances. I mean, do they even go roller skating anymore? Are they doing any of that type of thing, right? And then, yes, are they just going out on dates to see how much they can get? This is a new phenomenon that's going on. So hopefully us that are, I would say 40 and up are not doing that. But I've met some 40-year-olds who are doing it, right? And I'm 52. So she's on a confession rant. Maybe. Maybe. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get to the main point here, because I kind of want to go over this Charlie Kirk thing here. All right. So all right, let's do this one here. So this is a lady I just saw. This is a 2-year-old video. This is called Miss Faye's World. Share screen. Dating advice she gives some dating advice for women over 50. I'm going to speed it up. Cadence may be a little bit slow. But this is dating advice for women 50 plus, relationship advice, right? This is 2 years old. I might send her an email here, see if she's still around here. She's got her emails up. So let's see what she's doing, where she at. Speed it up here. All right, here we go. Make sure you hit the like button.
Thanks for coming back. I'm gonna try to finish up this yard, but wanted to talk to you about dating after 55. Okay? All right.
Dating after 55, y'all.
The thing about dating itself is so complex. You know what I'm saying? Even for young folks. So now, here you are, 50. You might still have children at home, or might not. So we're not going to talk about the children. We're going to just talk about you and this person that wants to date you. Okay. Now, or let's go back before you even meet the man. Now, how you going to meet the man? Okay. Let's just suppose here you are, 50, 60, and hell, 70. And you want to, you'd like to have a partner, somebody nice, can be nice to you. By that time in your life, I hope that you are financially secure yourself and not still out there looking for somebody to help you with that. But the thing is, there are a couple of things you need to keep in your mind before you even meet this person.
I really don't want to be dating after 50. I really hope to have my person. Otherwise, I'm probably going to call it quits. I want to pause there. So Dr. L's Breakdown is the name of the channel. Here is the link. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Actually, let me put the link. I can't even do this now. Why did I do that? Dang on it. Oh, geez. All right, hold on. Let me put this in the chat here. We'll go to recents here. History. All right, let me see here. Put this in the chat. Copy. All right, let me put it in the chat here. Oh, it is in the chat. Okay, there it is. What about faith and justice? All right, I'll put that one in here too. All right, so this one is Faith and Justice podcast. That's myself and Dr. B. That's what's going on there. So please go over there, give us some likes, all that kind of stuff. Here we go. We'll get back to the video here.
Okay. One is he needs to have equal or more in assets than you do.
I agree with that. Equal or more
Nevertheless.
assets. Never less.
Nevertheless, it'll never work. You'll find yourself paying for all this shit, taking care of his ass because he can't meet his own bills and shit. Or he like to drive your fine car because he drive a piece of shit. You understand?
Okay, I don't know this lady, but she's cracking me up so far. So y'all agree with that? I mean, would you date you ladies who are a little bit more mature? Would you date a man? Gotta get some water. Why do I ever do this? Would you date a man who's not making as much as you, or had less, or maybe his car wasn't as fine? What are your thoughts about that? You agree with that or disagree with that? That was the first point here.
You don't need that. You don't need that in your life. Okay, so that's number one. This man that you date, and we just talk about dating, just going out to get to know each other. This pretended man you want to date. Okay, so he's got to have equal or more to what you have. Okay, now, where are you going to meet this fool? A lot of your friends probably say, meet him at church.
Where you gonna meet this fool? Where you gonna be a fool? Okay, make less with action steps toward change. Otherwise, no. At 50, I mean, isn't he that a man should be in his stride from 35 to 55? That's the prime making years. I mean, where's this dude been at? I mean, where's he been at?
Yeah, meet him at church. Let me tell you something about that. The same asshole that you meet in the club is sitting right up there in church. Okay? So don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by that. Okay, Miss Faye. You got it. You got it. You know, I guess if you're at that age where you're in a retirement home or something like that, you know, I'm not there. You know, I'm no expert on that, but still, it still applies. You need something.
First of all, Ms. Faye, you need a bigger bucket. You need a couple of big black hefty garbage bags. I mean, or those paper bags. What is going on here? Yeah, preferably the paper bags. What is going on here?
Body who has equal or more than what you have, or it's a waste. It's the waste of your time and a waste of his time. A man wants to be in charge.
Well, I don't know if it'd be a waste of his time. He might be getting free meals and driving a nice car, so it might not be a waste of his time.
He wants to be in charge, even if he don't have 5 cents. He wants to tell you what to do.
She sound like she been through it. You don't got 5 cents, you want to be in charge.
No money. You don't need that drama. So, okay. Now, how old is this man? Okay. You know, you 50, but you're probably showing yourself as 40, 30 even. Okay.
30.
So that means you're trying to attract a younger man. Why? I have no idea, but hey, to each his own. Yep. And you're trying to raise no boys. I already had mine. But
Ooh,
anywho,
she ain't trying to raise no boys.
you
Now.
online. You somebody click on to you, told you how beautiful you are and how you doing.
She
You look
online.
at
She
him.
told you she's telling her. So she online dating, and somebody click on her and tell her how beautiful she is.
He looks good. He tell you if he online. Oh my gosh. All right. He tell you he a surgeon.
He a surgeon.
You see him with the mask on. You see him with the shit on. He in the operating room. All type of shit. Okay. So you figure.
Are they still doing surgeons at 55? That they start to wind down at that age. I'm gonna see if I can speed this up a little bit. If it's too fast, let me know.
You figure, let me go check this out. But the man is way the hell over there in India doing some kind of freedom work or some shit. All right. Kind of touched on this, I think, in one of the other videos about that online dating. And I go to the online dating again because if you're over 50, the men that you're meeting are probably married, crazy, in jail, or today on the DL. So
On the DLs, you 55 still on the DL? Just come out the closet. Why y'all playing with people like that? Just come out. Nobody cares anymore. DH says, I don't think she is wrong, but he doesn't have to have the same amount or more. He just needs to be able to take care of his lifestyle and be able to take care of his own fun without my help. Would you want to be able to go on vacation, and does he have to pay his part on the vacation? That's a big part that I've heard a lot of ladies say. You know, oh yeah, take care of your own bills, and then if we go on vacation, you got to at least have your share. That's a big thing that I've heard. There are people still in the DL. That's crazy to me. Just come out. Nobody cares anymore. Although with this new administration, they might start caring again. This new administration might start caring again. So I don't know. They're talking about trying to roll back whatever court case that was that the Supreme Court said it was okay for same-sex marriages. So that's on their docket. That's on their to-do list. So it's too bad. Just let these people live.
you know what you gonna do? All right, so now you got this surgeon. Oh my goodness. First thing he's gonna do is to get you off of that site and go over to this site right here. Can you download this? Can you download this app on your phone right here? Okay. You don't see no harm in it. You know, so you go ahead with the deal. You know.
She talking about scam artists.
At this point in time, he's either talking to you on the phone or maybe not. Okay. Now, if he's talking to you on the phone, you should pick up right away. It's not no surgeon. Unless he's some kind of illiterate yourself.
Wow.
You pick up right away. Right away if you hear a voice on the phone.
You think that's too much, Miss Independent, for a vacation? These ladies want to go on vacation, so they want to know that the man can at least pay his share. You know, you go on a $2,000 cruise for two people or whatever. He got to at least be able to come up with his share, or as BH said, pay for the whole thing, right? I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that's a wrong expectation. At least be able to pay your share. If it's $2,000 for us to go on this cruise, you at least got to come up with a G, right? I don't think that's wrong. Now, some people might go 500, 300 just, or pay for the drinks when we get there, or pay for the amenities or whatever else you're going to do on the cruise. Maybe you get off, you know, get off, you know, for one of those cruises where they stop at different locations, you know, buy her some gifts and stuff. They might be okay with that too. I'll pay for this, you pay for that. Whatever you like. I'm just curious, you know. I've never been in vacation, so I don't think of that. I've never been in vacation. You never been on vacation? Come on now. Come on now. I mean, even if it's going to another state, I mean, just take some time off, right? Just be able to do whatever you do. You don't got to go. You don't have to go to another on a cruise or fly anywhere. But you got to take. You should take vacation, and even if you stay in a hotel for a week or Airbnb in the next town, that counts. So I get everybody can't do that, but you got to take some time off for some mental relaxation. Please do that. Please do that. Have some value. Don't just show up with arms swinging. Okay.
It doesn't match the picture that you're seeing. Now, the other thing, a lot of them, they'll just keep you on the app. So you really don't get to talk because he's so far away and it's too expensive. You know, he works all the time. He ain't got time for that shit.
I've heard that a lot too. That ladies are saying that they're meeting these dudes who just want to keep on the app. They're looking for pen pals, right? Just looking for pen pals. So that you can't deal with, right? Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Oh, you have to take a staycation. Yeah, you got it. I definitely highly recommend you do that. Staycation, whatever. Staycation, vacation, even just going to a hotel in your own town. Just a freedom, a break. Order some food. Just sit down and watch some TV. You gotta take that mental break. I do take time off, but I live by myself. Travel is out. Understood. Well, do the best you can. Vacation is a necessity. So sorry you haven't had one, Miss Independent. Yeah, I highly suggest you take some time for yourself. Highly recommend that. All right, here we go here.
So y'all have to stay on the app. On the app, you know, he telling you his sad story. You see, get you all involved, and here you trying to look for something serious. He meets the money qualification, so it seems, and you figure you go here with the program. The only thing, and I still don't understand how this happens, but somehow online they capture your heart emotionally. You've never even seen this food.
And this is a big thing. This is kind of what I talked about on the previous live that we did, talking about these fake gurus out here, right? And some, people who are elderly, who are older, tend to fall for this a lot more, not only from scam artists, fake preachers, fake gurus and stuff, but and financial persons, but also these love bombers, right? The same thing. You got to watch that type of stuff. You may be lonely, want someone to talk to, and you're just hoping and wishing and praying that it's real, and you can fall for the same things that other people are falling for. So you got to watch that. And next thing you know, they want you to download an app, send a picture here. You don't know what they're doing with your picture. You don't know what app you're downloading that's going to have access to your phone. Don't do all that kind of stuff, right? If it's not a regular phone number or something that's really kind of well known, like WhatsApp or maybe Facebook Messenger or something like that, I wouldn't download no app so I can talk to you special. I wouldn't do none of that. You don't know who these people are. So you got to be very, very careful with that.
But they got your heart emotionally. All right? He love you. You love him. You can't wait until he can get back. All this. Then all of a sudden, some shit happens. Some type of big emergency. And if you could just send him just, whatever. Now, usually it's not no whatever. Usually I think they start with a small amount. Send him.
That's always going to happen. It's some emergency. Loan me this, or my cat needs a rabies shot. Something's going to come up, and they just, So you got to be on the lookout for that. You should not be sending anybody money. You should not be sending anybody money, particularly someone you haven't met in person and don't have a long, established, years plus relationship with someone. Forget all that.
Just to see if they got your ass on a hook. Before you know it, you done sent this fool thousands of dollars. Because when you get back, y'all good. He asserted he got plenty of money over here in the States or wherever the hell his money is at. Once he can clean you out, you don't hear from him no more. Then what? Now you heart broken for real. For real. Your money is gone and your heart is broken. Ladies, be careful, because I know this was happening when I did the online dating, and I want to tell you, let's start right here. I'm not going to tell you anything on this channel that I don't have firsthand knowledge of. And if I find information somewhere else that I find is maybe beneficial to you, I will let you know. That's where I got the information, okay? But this kind of experience can really damage a person. You think, because a woman can experience something that she feels is like real love, and it's just an illusion. Okay.
Again, because it's an illusion, and you really want this because you're old, not old, but mature, more mature. You don't want to be alone, and you looking for love so bad for so long. Children are grown; they have their own life. Some of your friends are still around. Some of them have gone on to the other side. Your parents may be gone, or and you're just feeling lonely and alone, and therefore you reach out to people who don't have the best intentions. So you got to be careful about that. I definitely agree with this that she's saying here.
Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. All right. You dating. He comes home. He's a real surgeon. He got the cash. He never asked for no money or nothing. Okay. So he's back. Here you go. He looks good. He's the right age. He got the cash. Okay. Because let's be real now. Women want security. And in a woman's mind, it means money. So don't let nobody fool you and tell you you're a gold digger. That's some bullshit. Men only want sex. And they will do practically anything to get it. Now that's the bottom line. That's some knowledge for you.
Well, she's not lying about that. I don't know about anything, but yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. We do slow down when we're reach a certain age, though. But
Okay.
and there is a
Because
certain
all
time
you
that
have a certain
there is
age.
a certain time where there is a certain time when you want some companionship too. I'm probably at that point. Like, okay, the sex is great, but all right, let's have some conversations. Let's just go to the park. Let's just go to a fair, whatever, and just have a good time.
Now you notice you to the fanciest restaurants. It's all good. You love you in heaven. You in heaven. In heaven. Now, once he feels like he has you, and this is only one scenario, and it's happening every day. Once he feels like he's got you, and now your heart is in it, you all the way in it, he flips, and he shows you a person you don't know. Who who are you? This person is either mentally or verbally abusive to you, and only to you. You understand? So now you figure out what happened. What happened? Because we're human. We want to know. We want to fix it. What did we do? What did we do? It appears that you have got tied up with a narcissist. And believe me, narcissism is a very real thing. All right, so now you stay in this relationship trying to meet his every demand. But not really, I won't say demand, but I'll say request, his every request. Because we're still trying to get him back to that wonderful person he was that we fell in love with. So we're doing it any and every, we're bending over backwards to get that person back. And that, if you look closely, you'll begin to see a little smirk. Every time he makes you sad about anything, you'll begin to see a little smirk in the corner of his mouth. Okay?
What kind of people? What kind of people you running into, man? What is going on here with that? You gonna smirk every time you make you sad? I mean, I guess there's some really, really bad actors out there, some pathological people. That wouldn't make me.
That's a narcissist. That's a whole nother story. So I don't want to go far. Okay, let's go back to that. Oh, you don't want a narcissist. Number one, he's going to discard you quick anyway. So that's never going to work. Okay, so that's another discussion. Okay, so now you got the man, you got the surgeon, he's got the money, but he's a narc. The other man lied. Now here comes the man who he's financially stable, he's your age, he seems kind, everything is good, everything is loving, and you date him for, let's say 5 years, at least. You date him 5 years. So you met a nice guy. We're going to pause right there. You met a nice guy and all that. I want to highlight this here. By the way, Dr. L, I donated one of my books to our local library, and I was invited to do a reading for the kids. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully you can continue to do that and make some big things happen. I go out and about, but people don't meet in real life anymore like when I was dating in my teens to my early 40s.
We talked about that a lot. Being a little bit older, more mature, I think that people are scared now. They're either not going out. Men are scared to approach. They don't know if it's safe. With the Me Too movement and all this other stuff, right? So it's a concern. It's a concern.
Ideas before he pops say, why don't we why are we paying two whatever rent mortgages or whatever? Why don't we just get one now? You over 55. Why don't we just just get one place? You know?
What do you mean only know him for 5 years? I mean, is that not long enough time to vet somebody for 5 years? She say 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years. You don't know this dude yet, and he wants to move in. I mean, how long you got? She said only known him for 5 years. Okay.
All right. He good to you. Okay. So you go in and you move in. You sell your house, okay? You sell your house. Y'all go in, put your money.
Now that I don't think you should do, particularly with this market today. I don't think you should sell your house. Give it to your kids, rent it out, turn it to Airbnb. I don't think you should sell your house. Particularly as what we're talking about here, don't sell your house. If you got a house or condo or whatever, don't get rid of it. Turn it to Airbnb or whatever, because it may not work out, and you want to be able to go back home. So, or you just have it as a property to give to your children. So I do not recommend selling your home.
Well, you put more money because you sold the house. His house ain't sold yet. So now y'all go in. All right.
At 55, you're picking up a 20 and 30-year mortgage. I'm not doing that. Not here in the U.S. This is 2 years ago. I mean, prices. You know what the prices are today? I ain't taking on no $3,000 mortgage today. Not at 55. When you're looking at retirement, I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be doing that. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. If we're gonna take on a new mortgage, we're gonna move to Costa Rica. We're gonna move to Panama. We're gonna move somewhere else, and we'll get a house that's $80,000, same size, and then we'll do it that way. But I'm not taking on no 400, 300. The average price of a house is $300,000. That's average. I'm not doing that.
I'll give it a month. Give it a month. Because now, this is his house. Be the king. So it's not like when you both had your own houses, because you're the queen of your house. Power. He the king of his house. Power. But now, since y'all done come together and bought a house, who the king? Him. Now, he let you know if you're the queen. That's not automatic. King let you know if you're the queen or not of his house.
Well, if you're going to sell your house, here's what I will say. If you are going to sell your house, you have to demand that he at least put you on a mortgage. I mean, you're going to move on with him. If you're going to move in with him in his house, you got to be put on a mortgage. You definitely got to have some stake in it. I know as much junk as I talk about this, but you got to protect yourself. And then if you're going to buy a house together, you both got to be on that, on the deed, the mortgage, whatever. So you got to be smart about that, definitely.
Okay. That's the other problem with dating, other than a lot of men out there, especially at an older age, after sex anyway. That's a whole nother topic on the woman's end of why she's in it just for sex. But women who are looking for relationships after 50, look at your choices. Okay, the men that you meet, a lot of them, but at 50, if they're still out there dating, they're probably married and cheating. Okay? A lot of them that you meet, they tell you whatever. You can squash that by having him going to see where he lives right off the bat. You don't have to go in. You know what I'm saying? Open the door, let me look in there, and we out. I want to see where this fool's coming crawling out of. Okay?
Where he's crawling out of? God, dog. Where's this guy crawling out of? You should do your background checks. You should know where this man lives and this, that, and the other one. Run your background checks. Look at his Facebook. Look at his Instagram if he has any of that. You can probably do some city hall searches, see what city he lives in, see if he's got the marriage certificates, licenses, whatever. You should do all that kind of stuff.
So, okay. Something else I want to say. Let's talk about sex at 55 and over. All right. By this time, you have had sex, whether you've had it good, bad, or indifferent. Pretty sure about 50 you've had it. Okay? So now maybe, I guess I'm talking to women who are single women. I guess that's who I'm talking to. I'm a single woman, so I can relate. Now, you go out, you get to know each other, you're comfortable. It's been a while. You dated, you met the family, you know where he come from, he know where you come from. Everything cool. All right.
By come from, she meant that where he crawling out of. That's what she meant.
Y'all getting ready, y'all decided this is it. We're gonna do it. All right. All right. Did you check to see how many people he's been with and how recently you've been with him? Did you check that?
Did you check that? That's good advice there. Do your background checks. Make sure you. People want to see people's my charts now, I guess, right? So, can you show you my chart? So, last time you were with someone and you're testing your results and all that. I'm down with that.
Because if it's only been a couple of months, he's still carrying energy from those other people. It's still in his energy, and it's going to affect your relationship. You understand? So, okay. So now you've passed that. Let's say that he checked out, everything cool. You go ahead and you do it. Now, you've become one. In the universe, you got a tie. You have a tie to him. You understand what I'm saying? When you have sex with somebody, you have a tie to them. That's why you want to make sure that he's not bringing any negative energies in you two into that tie. You got it?
Hey, Lorelai, you don't got to worry about none of this. Hey, Crystal, you watching this?
Okay. All right. So life is lovely. Life is lovely. You know, you don't have to work much because, he made Boku bank. All right. And he still acts like he loves you. So, hey, lay back, relax. You know, all those things that you had in your mind that you wanted to do before you met him, you probably gave up because life is so good. Or he may have asked you. You don't need that. See? So now, one day, you start acting funny. You know, on this business trip, don't come back. Whatever. You understand? But you know it's funny because it's not his usual routine. Y'all been married, living together, whatever, for years. You see? You start acting funny. That's because he's either just cheating, playing around, and he's feeling guilty when he comes home, or he's getting ready to get rid of your ass. Okay. So now you get nervous and scared and desperate, wanting to go find who this other bitch is so you can go and attack her. You understand?
Good
And the
Lord.
fault is yours. You sat up there and put everything you had into this one. You gave all of your power to him. You don't want to do that. You don't ever want to do that. Understand? Because when he dumps your ass, you got to start from scratch. You know, he may leave you a little bit so you can start all over again, but do you know how difficult it is for... Now, we're way after 55 if you understand what this path. Understand?
And there's music playing in the background here. I really hope this don't get demonetized. God.
For her to even function right after something like that. That's a devastating experience. When, flip side, if you had kept up with your dreams and your desires, what you wanted in life, and you had that on the side, let him go on and do what he do. Don't let nobody ever stop you from doing what you do. See? So no matter whatever his ass does, you still got yours. You understand what I'm saying? You still got yours. You still got all your power. And that's what you want. There's too many women out here giving their power away and then crying about how they've been treated.
I definitely agree that after a certain those leaves, by the time she finished those leaves, they'll be fall again. I definitely agree that particularly after a certain age, you really should not be giving up your power, your home, and all that kind of stuff. Come on, y'all, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
So I hope it all makes sense. And let me know what you think anyway. You know, let me know exactly what you think, because these are my opinions and my beliefs, and I've experienced a lot of this shit. So yeah,
I can
What
tell.
you think?
I can tell she's been through a lot of that. It's too bad. It's too bad.
Oh, I know what it was.
Find that
I wanted to talk about
find that person young. Try to
the
stay
sex
with them.
part. The
Sex
guy that
part.
yeah, yeah, the sex part. Okay, because any of these dudes, any of these dudes might be good at the sex part, but remember this: the ugly one will probably try the hardest.
Oh gosh.
The ugly one and the poor one probably try the hardest.
Well, that's true.
You understand?
That's true. The ugly ones the ugly ones and the poor ones try harder. I think the same thing goes for ladies a lot of times too. You got to work harder. You got to work harder.
Understand? So, but you're gonna dump them anyway. So
You dump them
you don't
anyway.
have to worry about that. But if you enjoy having, if you, oh God, know what it was. If you are in an abusive relationship after 55 and you don't you don't feel you have the strength to leave, or maybe you're in some sort of religion and
That's why you shouldn't give it your power. If you got a home, or apartment, condo, even an apartment, I wouldn't give that up. I wouldn't give that up because you don't want to be in a situation where now you're being taken advantage of. What an abusive is not just financially, but it's emotionally and financially. Excuse me. It's not just physically. It's also financially and emotionally, right? So you can't. You're 55 and going through this nonsense. Come on now.
told you can't or shouldn't leave if you still want to be a part of the religion. I don't know if they're still killing people when they leave, but you know. But the thing about it is, no, no, you need to leave that. You need to leave that. If you're, there's people in dating situations and getting verbally and mentally, verbally and or mentally abused every day. There's people that's been, and I've seen them be mentally abused, but they've taken it for so long until they just feel like it's normal. That's not normal. Nobody should be subjected to that.
Mm.
You understand? When your partner is always criticizing the way you look, you're too fat.
Mm.
You understand? You need to get yourself some of these eyelashes and put on.
At 55, you're still getting
You need to go to the
eyelashes.
gym. You need to go to the doctor yourself instead of
You going to he's putting on eyelashes at 55? What's he say? He's going to the gym and putting on what? What's he saying?
titties and a big ass.
Oh, shit.
You understand? You need to go to the gym. You need to go to the doctor yourself instead of titties and a big ass.
At 55?
And after you do all of that, he'll still cheat on you. And it may flat out leave you. Because, see, the thing is, he ain't never loved you.
Mm.
Never took time to love you. It was all lust. That's all it was. And you could spend a whole lifetime never understanding the difference between the two.
It's kind of wild to be doing that at 55. You're still doing it. Still lusting and doing this craziness at 55. And a lot of times you got to watch it. Somebody was in there saying, like, they only date people in their 50s or whatever. If you're always going after, if you're a 55-year-old woman, and you're always going after younger men, in their 40s or whatever, because they got stamina, or 30s or whatever, because they have more stamina or whatever. You still got to be careful about abuse, about them cheating on you, making you do certain things to try to stay young. You still got to be careful about all that.
You see? Now, I've been in love with an illusion before.
Mm.
You see? And that's a hard thing, to be in love with an illusion. Somehow, when you decide, oh my goodness, I think I'm in love, and that arrow hit your ass in your mind, you fill in the gaps. This fool can be doing all kind of crazy shit, and your mind will just fill in pleasant gaps. So you're looking through rose-colored glasses. He could be saying, insulting you flat out, and you'll just smile and keep going. Say, oh, he just having a bad day. What? You get like that sometimes. You have to take that. You take that. So this is the way it can be connected to sex. I just want women to know they have so much equipment out now. People don't even have to know you got it. You can go online and just look. You understand? They have some shit out here. You might not never even think about a man again.
Now remember, she's talking a lot from experience, y'all. So she obviously did this.
So
Somebody need to check your dresser drawer, right? See, what's in there? What's in your closet?
stay with a man because of the sex. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's good advice right
I
there.
have a lot more qualities than that. And at 50, it's tougher. It's tougher because who you got to choose from? You got married men, the men in jail, men that's crazy, and the men that's on the DL, and the men in prison. Did I say jail? Well, anywho, you get the idea.
Well, they're not available to date.
It's very.
Although there are a lot of ladies who are dating men in prison, and so you definitely gotta watch that. I mean, you definitely gotta watch that. Do not date men in prison. I don't understand that phenomenon at all.
Very limited, and out of that limited choice, then it gets smaller because every time, every quality that you're looking for, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to end in a minute, but I'm going to tell you how I believe now is to get the perfect man for you. Now, it's tricky. It's tricky because you need to be what you want. That's the tricky part. You have actually got to be what you're looking for. You see? And you can see that everywhere. And I guess that's the law of attraction, but you have to vibrate with what you want. So even if you don't want it, you're still going to get it because you vibrated with that. So if you sincerely want the perfect person for you, you need to change and be that person. You ain't got to go to the church and fall on your knees and, oh my God, you ain't got to do all that. Change your life and be what you want. And the universe will bring that person to you. Okay? Now, that's knowledge I've gained. So I'm going to close it now and hope to see you next time.
All right, sister. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Good advice there. Good advice. Hope she finds someone or whatever. Miss Faye's world is your world. We just squirrels trying to get some nuts here. So let's see. All right. So I thank you guys for checking this out. A lot more people came in here as it wound down. So thank you so much. I am going to go over to my other channel here in we give it about 15 minutes, maybe boot up like 9 o'clock. And 37 watch, 24 likes. Y'all hit the like button if you watch this in the future. Please make sure you hit the like button. BH says isn't always about sex. Sometimes it's just nice to be in the presence of masculine energy from a man. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. Thank you so much. And listen, thank you guys for checking out the show. That was mostly from a female's perspective. I think maybe next week we'll try to do from a male's perspective what a 50-year-old man would be looking for. I think I did a video. Maybe I'll do my own reaction to that. I don't know. But just looking for what men are looking for. And I assume that one of the big things that ladies would say when they're 50 plus is she rattled off the things that some of the problems that ladies are running into. Guys are on the DL. They're have prison records. They're not financially stable. Maybe abusive. Don't have their own or whatever. But I think that what she didn't mention that I think a lot of ladies are running into is that they are running into men who want to date younger. So a 55-year-old guy may not necessarily be looking at the 52, 53-year-old woman or 55-year-old woman, right? So they're trying to date younger. I think that's especially true with the men with means, right? If they got means and they got their own house, car, take these vacations, whatever, they probably are looking for younger. But I'd like to know your guys' opinions about that. But that's one thing that I think that she did not touch on. And I think that even dwindles your pool a little bit more. So, but maybe next week we'll do the other thing. Let's see. Let's see here. Do it from the male's perspective here. Let me see if I can. Here's my other channel, Dr. L's Breakdown. I'll pin this at the top here. So it should be at the top of the chat there. That's my other channel. We'll boot up there about 9 o'clock. We'll talk about the Charlie Kirk thing. We'll talk about the Charlie Kirk thing. That's going to be a little bit more technical. And we'll go through what the police are going to do and what they're going to look at and all this type of stuff, right? All right. I'll see y'all. Thank you so much for checking it out. Please make sure you hit the like button. Become a member of the channel. We'll talk a little bit more about sex on that channel since y'all like to be so salacious all the time here. So thank you so much for checking it out. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Thank you so much. Yes, some men with means do date younger, but not all. True. I think after a while, right, you just don't. A guy, is in his 50s. It goes all kind of ways, right? If he's still going through that midlife crisis or whatever, he may want that. But sometimes, as somebody said here, it's nice to be in the presence of masculine energy. BH said that. Sometimes it's nice from a guy's perspective to be in the presence of some feminine energy. Sometimes you need that. Yeah, sometimes you need that. So, all right, y'all hit the like button. Thank you so much. 9 o'clock. We're gonna try to boot it up. I'm gonna make a thumbnail and all that kind of stuff. Y'all use the bathroom, get something to eat, drink, and I'll see you guys over there. Thank you so much. Hit the like button on your way out. We'll see you. Take care.